So I have this other GPS tracker which if it performs okay, I think it's the best one that you can actually buy. I think it was 25 quid. Now what it does that the others don't do, it's got GPRS, so it actually triangulates through the cell signal, and it's also got assisted GPS. So when it gets a GPS signal, it reports the exact location. If it can't get a GPS signal, it uses the GPRS location. Now in the side we've got, it's a micro SIM that actually fits in there, as you can see. So you just pop that in there. If I can do it with one hand, and this is bloody impossible. I'm trying to do this with one hand, looking through the bloody camera. There you go. And then you pop that cover over there. Now you turn it on, you hold the power button. And it plays a beautiful tune. Now I don't know if mine's faulty or what, but those lights flash once and then they stop flashing, and then about 5 minutes later they start flashing again. So I don't know, but anyway it works. So the first thing you have to do, this is where I actually fell down for hours and hours and hours trying absolutely everything, and I couldn't get the bloody thing working at all. It wouldn't send me a text message back. I could call it, but that was it. So the first thing that you have to do is tell it who's boss, basically, as they say on the website. So you have to text it with a default password, and then your phone number, or the SOS phone number that you want. So you text 123456, which is the default password, then a comma, and then SOS1 number 1, then a comma, and then your phone number. All the characters are all in lowercase. If you do it uppercase, it doesn't work. You've got an optional SOS2 as well, so you just do the password, comma, SOS2, comma, and then your phone number, that sort of thing. Now by default, it uploads the GPS coordinates to the manufacturer's website, which I really don't like. So you can actually do live GPS tracking. By default it does it every 10 minutes, but you can actually, is it GOFF or something like that, you can actually turn it off. That's in the manual. Now if you want to get a status update, you just text DSP in lowercase, and it's hash DSP in lowercase. It'll tell you what the GPS signal is, what GSM signal is, battery life and everything. If you want the location, you do DW hash in lowercase. Now the one thing that I like about this one above all the rest of them is these three buttons here. Now if I was to hold that button down, the S button, it bleeps and it sends my phone a text message with the exact location. If it's GPS, it'll be the exact location. If it's, there you go. Now as you can see, it goes onto the Track Anywhere website. That's because it hasn't got a GPS signal, that's GPRS signal. So bear that in mind, obviously. If it gets a GPS signal, it gives you a link to Google Maps. I don't know why it does that, but anyway. Now if you press and hold number 1, it actually calls me. And now you can talk to it, it can talk to you, there's a speaker, so if all else fails, and oh god, what am I doing now? And now I think it actually calls you back. I've got to hold. Oh, turns it off. So if you put this on the model, you could put a note at the bottom saying, if found, please press S button. And when you press the S button, it texts both those phone numbers. So if you've got SOS1 and SOS2 set up, it texts both of them. Piece of Velcro on the back. Battery life, I think it's about 3 days, something like that. So if I dial it, that is quite loud. So it's got everything, absolutely everything, all included in one little package, and I love it. That's used for charging. There you go, job done.